Golgari. This Golgari deck list is card for card a deck list that 5-0'd Magic Online Standard League. I liked a lot of, there are a lot of different variations of black-green that have been 5-0ing and being successful in the format. The reason why I have chosen this particular iteration of Golgari is a couple of things. First, I think Land War Elves is very good in this archetype. I think having this accelerant at the bottom to kind of jump your curve up and have your consistently aggressive starts happen more often is great. Second, I love Midnight Reaper. I think this card is fantastic, and it's very, very good not only alongside Land War Elves, but also just in this deck in general. Midnight Reaper means you can take all these creatures that potentially already drew cards and turn them into more cards when they die. Midnight Reaper also lets you cash in Land War Elves down the line when you chump with it in combat and turn it into another card. Last comment, people have been asking about the 6-drops up here. Immortal Sun seems really sweet. So basically this deck is playing Immortal Sun as opposed to playing Planeswalkers. And this card seems like a really good trump in the mirror. Most ways people have to take Immortal Sun off the table are either Assassin's Trophy or Planeswalkers themselves. So this shuts off your opponent's Planeswalkers, right? Players can't activate Planeswalkers' loyalty ability, and this draws us extra cards. So, seems like a very reasonable card. Seems like a neat way to approach this deck. I know green-black's been very popular when I've been playing Magic Arena, so I feel like this build of green-black looks like it's well-positioned to be good in the mirror match, which is one of the reasons why I picked it. MTGgoldfish.com, ntg.fish for a short link, has a loose metagame page. That data is slightly biased based on some artificial selection stuff that the Wizards of the Coast does, but it gives you a realistic expectation of a lot of the decks you'll be playing against. I did not, Zach. I did not. MTG Goldfish, mtg.fish. They don't aggregate any arena data on there, but they have paper Magic stuff and Magic Online, which are the same exact formats as this. So this standard format on Arena is identical to what you'll play in paper or on Magic Online. That's sad. Need to draw a green source now. Yeah, mtg.fish is a good shorthand. Sultai. Alright, they've got some cards for the mirror. Well, this is gonna like 4-for-1 us here. I have to get rid of this, I think. I don't know, this might be aggressive, but like if I draw a green source next turn, I want to play this Jade Light, and if they return this disinformation campaign, it's just gonna kill me. How do you feel about the level of competitiveness on Arena being lower than Magic Online? I think anybody saying the competitiveness of Arena is lower than anything else is just completely talking out of their anus because they don't have any realistic data to back that up. The nonsense about people playing Arena are worse than playing Magic Online is the same type of biased, feel good, want to make themselves feel good and put other people's down nonsense that I hear people talk about SCG Open Series versus Grand Prix and, you know, friendly leagues versus competitive leagues. It's basically just people that want to be rude and make themselves feel good by putting down something else that somebody else enjoys. I don't understand. Can't you just let people like things? Can't you just be like, nah, it's okay, Arena's not for me, but I can see the appeal, and if other people like it, that's fine. The elitism is not needed. I do X, thus X is better, so I must validate it. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel a lot of those things end up going. Alright, do I want duress in this matchup? Disinformation campaign makes me feel like I want duress against them. I probably want to trim some of this top end here if I'm bringing in these Vraskas. Doom Whisper probably just eats a Doomblade and dies a lot of the time. No, I don't think I want to cut Sun because of Vraska. So, while Vraska and Sun are a non-bow together, if you have Sun in play, you're probably winning the game by enough of a margin that you can afford to draw a Vraska that doesn't do anything. Also, while... Oh, I definitely want to rest in this matchup. Woof. Probably just the campaign, right? So, another thing that I think is interesting, while the current ladder system is messed up on Arena since they went into open beta, once they fix the ladder system, you will arguably probably get... You will likely get a more consistent testing experience playing on Arena at a high rank in the ladder than you will playing random Magic Online leagues. Because remember, Magic Online leagues, the only qualification to play there is mommy's credit card. Whereas if you have a ranking system that's functional, people are going to have to do well to get to the point where they're playing you, right? It's not just like everybody gets in for free. How do you deal with not getting burned out? You play so much, is that not a problem? So the great thing about Magic as a game is that while we call all of this just Magic, I use dad's credit card, I'll have you know. While this entire thing is just the game Magic the Gathering, Magic's basically like a dozen different sub-games in and of itself. So Modern and Standard might as well be different card games with how different their games play out a lot of the time. And I think that's a good thing. One of the ways that I prevent myself from getting burned out is I play lots of different decks and I play lots of different formats. Even playing different decks in the same format can often feel like a different game. He's dead, Jim. The picture on the wall behind me is a piece of artwork from the game Hex TCG. It is a game that is now oh, I should have played the swamp and left trophy up here, I guess. Oh, you know what? And I shouldn't have played the swamp now, because if they draw a disinformation campaign, they're gonna get my trophy. Sorry, the artwork is from a game called Hex TCG that's now defunct. I used to stream that for a while when that was a thing that existed, and every year they give one person who's done a lot for the game recognition by putting their art on a card, and that is a picture in my likeness that was on a card in the game Hex TCG. So you'll note here that I didn't just fire off my duress willy-nilly. And the reason for that is when you're playing your discard spells against control decks, you generally want to hold them until you have a turn where you have a spell you want to resolve. Not only does this give you more information because you potentially see more cards out of their hand, but like this, now they Sinister Sabotage this turn, which means that their resources are kind of choked this turn. If they have like a second Sinister Sabotage here, they're not going to be able to sabotage my find. I would be very surprised if any of the ranked stuff that currently exists in Arena is what the final iterations of these systems will end up looking like. And because discard spells are so resource efficient that duress only costs me 1 mana, it's worth holding on to for that reason as well. Is Statish Statue a good budget option if you're lacking Vraska's Contempt or Assassin's Trophy? It depends on which one you're doing. I actually think Eldest Reborn is probably a better replacement for Contempt. Yeah, the current rank system they have set up feels more like an afterthought rather than a well-designed thing. Eldest Reborn is a very playable card. In fact, if you look at a lot of the decks I've been playing on stream, a lot of them play a mix of Eldest Reborn and Vraska's Contempt. That one can stay right there. That one's gonna hang out right on top, friends. Big dino friend. He's like the Barney of Standard. He's just right. He's here and he's ready to give you a hug. All right, do I just like play all my idiots out? I think I'm gonna play all my idiots out. Just like put 8 power into play. Go. Playing the cards out of my hand also makes their disinformation campaigns drawn a little bit worse. Oh no! It's the Barney mirror match, chat. I wasn't prepared for the Barney mirror match. Look how angry Barney is. Why would you piss him off? Barney has betrayed us. I thought we were friends, Barney. We sang so many songs together. Welcome to the Space Jam. This is lethal. I want to stay right there. All right, do you have a ritualistic dance to perform? You are a hungry boy, though, opponent. Hungry. Are you a hungry hippo, opponent? All right, so I have to choose here. I have to pick what I'm willing to play around. I could hold the Jade Light to play around a second copy of Ritual of Soot, but the flip side is they draw like another Moment of Craving. I don't have lethal anymore, so I think I'm gonna potentially play into another Moment of Craving here, or another Ritual of Soot, and just like put my lethals into play. All right, sweet. On the scoreboard, tied things up. I think I'm happy with how I sideboarded. The fact that they have Carney Tea kind of makes me want these Doom Boys back in my deck. Maybe I'm gonna trim some of these tiny Explorer creatures. Since they, yeah, I'm gonna trim some of these tiny Explorer creatures. Get some big boys in. Some fat booties. Do you ever trim Land War? I don't think so. I think Midnight Reaper means leaving the Land War in is fine. I know the traditional logic is trim mana creatures against sweepers, but like I've got so much top end in this deck that I think cutting Land War Elves is wrong. Have a good one, Johan. Thanks for dropping in. This is a random 5-0 deck list from a Magic Online League. Why Duress? Oh, you mean why get rid of the Duress off the top of my deck? Because I just wanted things that actually killed them, as opposed to a card that was like gonna spot check for other stuff. Yeah, Midnight Reaper sounds great. Nassif was cutting Elf versus Mono Red. That doesn't seem right to me. What's your opinion of this deck? It says per se. So, I think it is an overgeneralization to look at the deck that I'm playing and go, this is the same as all the green-black decks. Which is actually one of the reasons why I think this format's really sweet. While green-black as a color combination has had a lot of success so far, there are a ton of iterations of different green-black decks in this format. This is far from the only green-black deck. So, who do I value more highly, Jade Light or Midnight Reaper? This pass here feels like a sabotage turn. and something's going to get sabotaged at some point anyways. I think I value Midnight Reaper higher in a removal matchup, so I'm going to go ahead and play this into their sabotage. Yeah. Feels reasonable. I mean, if they take... I assume we're going to lose Carney T here, right? Although I guess I have the Find Finality. Maybe they just take the Find Finality. I suppose if they have a counter spell for the Find Finality, they would wait. Yeah, there's a lot of different configurations of this archetype. And, like, if they soot me here, I just, like, lose 2, draw 2s. Just, like, sign me up. Sure. I would love to draw a card. I think I want that one. It's possible I should have played the Land War Elf out here so I could have a chance to play the Carnage G next turn. I didn't play the Elf out this turn because I had to discard there, but I mean instead of the Branch Walker. We ended up hitting the Forest though, so it worked out. But there's definitely a chance that I sequenced incorrectly there. It's the scariest thing. Oh, they're gonna get my Vraska back next turn. Yeah, it's kind of scary. We get an untapped land here, we'll be in a good spot. Alright. And this is, again, one of the things I love about Midnight Reaper. You just get to offer all these trades. You're like, trades? Trades? No trades? Alright. Welcome to Thunderdome. Barney's here and he's pissed. Come at me. Blood Operative is going to buffer their health total a little bit. I suppose Scavenger plus Blood Operative get to trade for Carney T. So hopefully we draw a Doomblade here. Looking for a trophy or something along that. I don't look at decklist while I'm streaming. There's just too much going on. It takes too much time away from what I'm doing here. I just like A space smash face. Oh, they do have negate if I draw Doomblade. That's true. Forgot about that. That's really unfortunate. I don't know. Maybe my duress earlier was wrong and I should have taken the Ritual of Soot because I had the Midnight Reaper in play. And like the Reaper would have drawn cards if they sooted me. Maybe that was correct. Because like if we just had Immortal Sun, we would have just like destroyed them, right? It's like it would have turned off the Vraska and we'd have been A-okay. Show no mercy. Yeah, I'm gonna hang tight on the Sun for a turn because we could draw a duress or another card that they might want to counter. Alright. Good game, opponent. I think I messed up my duress there. I think I should have maybe just like I almost took the negate too, but I just didn't have any spells in my hand at the time, but like Immortal Sun or like a Find Finality both would have been really good. I think because the Midnight Reaper was in play, I should have been happy leaving them with the Ritual of Soot to leave myself the possibility to draw better cards later to jam. How does Arena work when standard rotating? They haven't announced that yet, Edge Freak. The speculation is that next fall, or before next fall, they will announce a new non-rotating format that will be implemented on Arena, but they haven't given up all of those details yet. So playing the ladder matches gives me the ability to make changes to deck lists in between matches. Because I'm playing viewer submitted deck lists, a lot of times these decks have like some small issues that with a little bit of massaging we can fix. Also, playing the ladder matches gives me the flexibility to stop playing when I want, regardless of our record, and not feel like we're spewing value. Like, I've put a bunch of money in and have all of my cards. Like, my goal isn't to farm currency while I'm playing. My goal is to just, like, learn about the decks that I have. I don't think Op's very good in Standard. I think because Standard's a format that tends to have more haymakers than a format like Modern, cantrips like the Jumpstart one tend to have a little bit more value on average. D-Dashist, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. I know there's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for supporting mine with that. Alright, Wild Growth Walker. Wild Growth Walker is a little bit scary. It's a pretty aggressive card that could potentially let them dumpster us here a little bit. This trade is very good for us. Radical Idea. Yeah, whatever the Jumpstart cantrip is. Radical Idea sounds correct. I've been that for now. Yeah, the Esper Amulet deck is back in the queue. That one's very sweet. If they attack with both of these, I'm going to trade and then chump block here, I think. Huh. I suppose I could stack block here and, like, trade my board. I just get, like, destroyed by a removal spell, though, right? Keeping my health total high is valuable because Midnight Reaper uses my health total as a resource to draw more cards. Yep. This Wild Growth Walker has outsized my Doom Whisperer now, though, which is kind of scary. Yeah, the Esper Amulet deck was really fun. I mean, sure, they can, but, like, I'm also kind of okay with that, right? I think I'm jumping with Midnight Reaper here, and then I'll probably Golgari Findbroker, pick it back up. No removal out of them is really good for us. No Planeswalker. Hey, there's Poppy's favorite Doomblade. The mobile extension for Stream Decker doesn't always refresh correctly. Not anything I could do about that, unfortunately. Running 12s does get tough. You're not wrong. Do I want to surveil here? I don't think so, actually. I think I'm pretty fine drawing most things. So we're gonna, like, Find Broker, and then I'm gonna pick back up Midnight Reaper, and then I'm gonna, like, go Midnight Reaper plus Land War Elves here. I'm, like, start smashing for 6 here. We've got a little bit of an uphill battle because the Wild Growth Walker, like, kinda ran away with their ability to gain health, but I think Doom Whisperer's up for the task. That's magic. There's always some optimal deck, Kuntz. Hey, dog. What's going on? Braska Concede. Got it. Sure. The Auto Tapper is very, very good. It is the best thing about playing Magic Arena, and I'm just gonna say it. If you're not using the Auto Tapper, you're wrong. You're wasting people's time. Stop wasting people's time and use the Auto Tapper. Please and thank you. So I have 4 cards I would like to bring in here. And tilt out every time I have to tap my own lands, right? I don't know if Izoni's good here. Actually, the Doom Whispers are probably bad against the Planeswalker build. Is probably what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Here's the mystery of the auto tapper revealed. You can control the auto tapper very easily without turning it off. Don't turn it off. You waste a ton of time and look very silly in the early turns, just like not using the auto tapper. Ender, hey Jeff, thanks for doing great content and making work better for me. Thank you for the 6-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Do we want Contempts? That's a good point. Maybe I do want Contempts in my deck. I can see that being reasonable. It's probably a good suggestion. I wonder what we want to cut though. Maybe it's just like more explore creatures. So here's the thing. And this is a Magic player and a human thing. I keep hearing people say things like, the auto tapper screwed me. The auto tapper didn't screw you. Your carelessness screwed you. The auto tapper tells you what it's going to do before it does it. So when the auto tapper screws you, it told you what it was going to do, and then you were careless and didn't listen, and then it did what it told you it was going to do. Saying the auto tapper screwed you once because you didn't know how to use the tool you were given, and so you're not going to use it. I don't know. That's like saying you poked yourself with a pen one time, so you're not going to write letters anymore. Or you stressed out your hands typing on the keyboard, so you're done typing. You've had enough of it. What's going on, Bun Bun? Thanks for tuning in. I banged my thumb with the hammer. Stupid hammer. Yep. So I agree. Every time you drag a spell up, the auto tapper does not tap the lands I want it to tap 100% of the time. It does, however, tap the lands I want it to tap almost every time. And the times it doesn't, it lets me know. Look it tells me I want to tap these 4 lands. And watch this. Let's say I want to tap this Overgrown Tomb for some stupid reason instead of these. I can tap just the Overgrown Tomb, and then it'll auto tap the other 3 for me. Yeah, you quickly learn, I agree with that assessment. You quickly learn which situations the auto tapper is not going to be ideal for you in. This was loose. I should have attacked with the Jade Light first, because if they traded the Merfolk Branchwalker here, I could have Golgari Findbroker back to Jade Light. But I was kind of on a rant about the auto tapper, so I didn't think about it. I'm just saying, take responsibility for the mistakes that you make. Don't blame your tools for the mistakes that you made with the tools. Yeah, I think I messed up my sequencing here. I should have attacked first and then played the Findbroker post combat. How do you know what hand is keepable and what isn't? That's not a question that I can answer for you. That's not a this is a yes/no thing. There are an absurd number of variables that go into figuring out whether or not a hand is keepable. It comes down to like the matchup that you're playing, what cards are prioritized, has your opponent mulliganed, etc., etc. I hate the plot. It's a very human trait to not want to take responsibility for yourself, so I don't blame you. Oh, that's actually pretty true. Immortal Sun would have been really good. Answers both Planeswalkers pretty cleanly. I agree with your assessment. No, I think Landmore Elves is worth keeping because of Midnight Reaper. I think Midnight Reaper turns our Landmore Elves into something useful late in the game when he's no longer good as a mana creature. It's very tilting when people like aren't using the auto tapper and like use all of their lands. How much do you think I have to spend each set to play any deck I want to play continuously? So I've put about $1,000 in right now, and I have a pretty complete standard collection on whatever. Are there 5 sets in the game right now or 4? There's 5 sets, right? So that's probably about $200 a set or so to complete it. Probably about 200 or so. And again, just keep in mind when I say to play everything, I mean literal everything. I mean, we play lots of bad decks on stream too, because those are the decks that are sweet. So there's, why didn't I attack there? Yeah, probably could have attacked there. Yeah, that's true too. By the time the next set comes out, you'll have free-to-play. Like, even as someone who's like not focused on free-to-playing, by the time the next set releases, I'm gonna have a bunch of gold and stuff built up from just playing, right? Which will minimize some of that cost as well. So I use my Vraska's Contempt aggressively there because I have both Chupacabra and Trophy as backup things. People in chat are commenting on what do I think an ideal... they missed a land drop, so I'm actually going to Chupacabra their elf here. It also makes their Vraska a little bit worse. People are asking my opinion on what I think an ideal green-black list looks like. I have no idea. Green-black is like Baskin Robbins. There's like 31 flavors of it, and I don't have a clue which one is ideal. Pain is weakness leaving the body. That's just truth right there. Yeah, I contempted their Chupacabra because of Find Broker and Find Finality. So I think I want to just trophy this and take their Vraska off the table. I'm gonna be a little bit sad if they have another good follow-up, like a big bomb, but I think I need to take their Planeswalker out here. Man, it would be sweet if we could like draw a Mortal Sun at any point.
Make way for your captain. My crew is the finest in the seas.
I think I just have to bin that. I just need an answer to this Relic Seeker. Peace, Pythrion. Have fun. Thanks for dropping in. I think I definitely conceded that first game, or the second game too early, because I definitely had an Immortal Sun to draw to. I don't think there was much I could do about that second one, or that third one there. Maybe I'll go grab a different green-black list if this continues to feel a little bit medium. So far this configuration doesn't feel fantastic. I'm pretty confident I want Midnight Reaper in whatever I end up playing, but this playing the Immortal Sun over just like playing the good Planeswalkers ourselves might just be a little bit too cheeky. Like Vivian and 6-mana Vraska are like very, very good Magic the Gathering cards. I'd go grab a green-black list from the Classic over the weekend. I'm sure there's one in there we could play. So again, I need you to be constructive and specific when you post comments like that in my channel. Things like, you messed up and you could have done it better. That's not specific. That doesn't help me learn. I think specific speculation is great and it's how you grow as a player, but just like telling me that I messed up and not helping me learn how I messed up, that's just rude. Don't be rude. Be constructive. Oh, look at that. Golgari Midrange won the tournament. Weird. Are there any Golgaris that had Midnight Reaper in them? There's a Molder Hulk green-black deck. That's interesting. Yeah, maybe we'll just play the first place one. I don't know. I really wanted to play Midnight Reaper because I really like that card, but maybe that's just too cute. We should just play the one that won. Hey, thank you for the tip, J Ray. I appreciate that. I couldn't find the email, but I'd like to add this and change my deck from modern to standard. I'm the monster that submitted blue-black spirits. No, you're fine, J Ray. Thanks for the added democracy on top. I appreciate it. I will get that swapped over after the stream today. That. This Elvish Visionary is a 1-2, chat. Nope, we have no idea what a preferred green-black list looks like. In fact, gosh. Remember that time we just had, like, double Carnage Tyrant in our opener against the blue-white deck? How much do you think they're gonna hate their life here in a second? Do you remember how many vaults I've opened? So, the larger my collection gets, the more vaults I open. So, I have opened a lot of vaults at this point, if I'm being honest. So, Immortal Sun's actually not even that good in this matchup, right? Oh, I guess it's good against Teferi. Any reason to not play around Syncopate? Yeah, I really don't care if they Syncopate my 2-mana creature. Syncopating one of my poopy creatures is ideal. Here's a list from the PTQ that has Reaper. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna play that one. Thanks for digging that up. I like this better than the classic. I think Midnight Reaper is great. I think Midnight Reaper and Landware Elves are like cards worth playing. Thanks, Triss. Sounds sweet. I'm sure somebody will get it into the queue at some point. For those that are new to the stream, we have a lot of people here today, so I'm sure some of y'all are newer viewers. So this stream, unlike some other streams for Magic stuff here on Twitch, everything I do on this channel is viewer focused. So I have a deck list queue that you can find on my website, jeffhoagland.com, and basically every day I fire up the stream based on what format we're playing. I just start at the top of that queue and I work my way down. So you can always kind of predict what decks we're going. Well, those are just both great. You can always kind of predict what decks I'm going to be playing based on what's in that queue. And if you're ever looking for sweet decks to play, the deck queue on my website is a great place to go to pick up some interesting ones. Yeah, Underrealm Lich is sweet. It just kind of, it's very similar to, it's competing with a lot of other cards in the 5-mana slot. Do you think getting Immortal Sun done was better? I don't know. Killing them with Carnage Tyrant seems pretty good. I'm a big fan of reducing my opponent's health total to 0. Yeah, I agree. If the Immortal Sun had been a Planeswalker, I definitely would have jammed that there. Not close. All right, so they're probably a Teferi deck, so I want these. Chupacabra seems pretty bad here. I got 5 more cuts, theoretically. I'm going to leave Trophy in because it does kill Tef. I'm going to cut the Izoni because he's kind of an expensive threat. The Vault only pops up when it's full. So it pops up in the upper right-hand corner. Maybe I don't want these Contempts. Like, I have this in Trophy. I think I just want to keep my threat density high. Let's do it. Yeah, just like having mopey creatures that attack is like not unreasonable. Especially again, going back to the Midnight Reapers, like these are cards that like turn into extra cards later. 1 more month until a real sword. Thanks for the content. Apple Tunes, thank you for the 1113 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me employed here. It's count up to 15. That makes sense. It's probably a little bit faster. Yeah, you can build a Sultai deck in the format. I'm not sure you gain anything meaningful from being Sultai. Like, both green-black and blue-black have very good tools. And I'm not sure either of them have issues that you solve by splashing into the third color. Details on how my deck submission process is here, Wu-Tang. There's a Google form to fill out and all that jazz. How my deck queue works and etc. This hand needs a third land, but when we hit it, this Jade Light Ranger will hopefully be able to propel us into a fourth. I got you. Let's lead on this. Didn't get countered. That's good for us. Wow, we're so incredibly unlucky. Our 2-1 was a divination, so now we have to discard, chat. Gosh, just the gosh darn unluckiest. Hey, Blake, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Of course, Elf, I got you. Our hand's pretty good, opponent. Pretty good. Not bad. .jpg. And I put this other Midnight Reaper into play against a deck that can't pressure our health total and just like take them to Pound Town. Just like they're gonna need to kill our board, but like interacting with our board just like draws us infinite cards. Well, welcome back, Blake. I often say people don't quit Magic, they just take breaks. Those things eventually always end up wandering back in. So the Deckmaster extension doesn't currently work on non-Windows computers. Hopefully at some point it will support them. Wild Growth Walker is for aggressive decks. Decks that are trying to give you the beatdown. So I'm going to go ahead and play this Land War Elves here. I'm not going to play either of my payoff spells into a potential counterspell this turn. So I have 6 lands in play now. This is a 7th, this is an 8th mana. So my plan next turn is to play Find Finality plus Immortal Sun in the same turn. So that way I can like make them have 2 answers basically. So I'm going to put a stop on my end step here. I offered to pay Fuji to develop it. He said he didn't. They said they didn't have time. They said they might have time in December. So hopefully that's the case. We'll just have to wait a month. Tick-tock goes the clock. Hey, Cyclops, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine here. This Assassin's Trophy presents them with the decision, which is, do they want the land from the trophy, or do they want the card that they just surveilled to the top of their deck? Fuji is the name of the person who wrote the Deckmaster extension. That puts the mouse over overlay on the stream. Arena is the Magic video game that myself and I think many people have wanted for a very long time. It is open source. You can find that on his GitHub page. It's just written in a language that I'm not familiar with, so I haven't been able to get it to compile myself. So, if anybody else out there is familiar with what Deckmaster is written in, and you would like some commissioned work, I would love to pay someone to get it to compile on Ubuntu for me. Carnage Tyrant gives me choices. No, Arena is not open source. We're talking about the extension. So, I kind of want to try and stick the Immortal Sun here. That being said, they know about the Immortal Sun, so I assume they're going to play around it. If they have Syncopate, I'm incentivized to play Immortal Sun first because I can pay 2 for a Syncopate. They likely have a Negate or a Surveil counterspell though, so it probably doesn't matter. I think I'm going to lead on Find Finale. I think I'm going to lead on Find here and try and pick these back up. Because if they want to counter this, I then get to slam the Immortal Sun. Yeah, exactly. If they don't counter this, I then play the Tyrant. And if they do, I play the Sun. Barney's here and he's angry, opponent. Why'd you have to piss off Barney? If they have the white sweeper, it's a Cleansing Nova. We could be in a little bit of trouble here. Although I guess if they Cleansing Nova, no, they're still gonna have a counterspell up. Yep, that's a ritual. Yeah, what's going on, Dwight? Second Immortal Sun is great. So I'm gonna go ahead and ship Barney into Chuck here. I know I could put my opponent to 4, but getting the Planeswalker out of play is pretty important. I won't let you win. I think I'm just gonna like dubs Midnight Reaper this turn. Just again, they're representing counterspells, so I want to play multiple threats in a turn to try and play through the counterspells. Sure. Still at a pretty healthy 19 here. Barney beating up Chuck. Alright. So attacking with both of these isn't lethal anyways. So I'm gonna go ahead and just attack with just Carnage Tyrant here so I don't lose my Midnight Reaper to settle the wreckage. All right, and I think at this point we just start playing through counter spells. Like I've got Duresses to draw, but like I've got bombs on bombs on bombs. So let's just like, here's my bomb, play your card. Here's my bomb, play your card. Ooh. Curses. I'm surprised that resolved. This draws us 2 cards a turn, right? This is Howling Mine. I don't think they could take this off the table, so I think I'm fine discarding the second one there. There's no flavor text on this Land War Elf. 1 bone broken for each twig snapped underfoot, chat. Don't forget. The Land War don't go around, okay? 1 bone broken for each twig snapped underfoot. This is serious business. This is the wrong flavor text on it. As patient and generous as, like, that's nowhere near as scary and threatening. Threaten me, Land War Elves. Chromium. All right. All right. That's a big boy, chat. They're gonna get a Carnage Tyrant next turn too. That is, we could lose this game, huh? Tidwell, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. You're shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. What's Chromium? I don't know if I've got a good... Is this Chrome Dog? He's Chrome Dog. That's it. I like how it's like, I don't know what his nickname is, and I was immediately just like, nah, it's Chrome Dog, because it's definitely Chrome Dog, chat. He's like a big cuddly husky. Look at him. Chrome Dog. No, Chrome Dog. Come on. Probably dumping some money into Arena to get some practice and create tokens. How much money do you think it takes to get wild cards for 16 mythics and a bunch of rares? 16 mythics is a lot of mythics. Oh, Barney. We were such good friends, Barney. And now you're over there. Yeah. If you have 2 Midnight Reapers and a Tyrant and your opponent cleans the board, you draw 6 through 6. Any relation between Chrome Dog and Dogpop? I'm asking the real questions. Man, I think we're dead. Woof. I feel like I had to have gone wrong at some point this game. Anytime I have a game where I get to make this many decisions with the back and forth, it always just feels like there had to have been somewhere where I could have min-maxed a little bit better and ended up in a better spot. I guess I just smush, right? Opponent. Yeah, going to 3. Going to 3. Live by the Smorking, die by the Smorking. Yep. I think we're a pretty rock and hard place there. It costs GG because it's sending a message to your opponent. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like she's lower impact than my other 6 drops. And like, clunking up on too many 6s is definitely like a real thing that can happen to us. I believe in you, Merfolk Branchwalker. You are gonna show us the way to a black source. You, me, and Mr. McGee. Yeah, I agree, Ghost. After we finish this match, we're gonna play 1 or 2 more with black green, and we're actually gonna change to a different list. I'm not a huge fan of this configuration. I feel like not having the Planeswalkers is a miss. All right, Branchwalker, I believe. This physically hurts to do, but I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to click this. Alright, I deserve this. I deserve this. Midnight Reaper's been very good. We're actually gonna play, the other list we're gonna play is another list with Midnight Reaper in it from the PTQ. I feel like Midnight Reaper Land War Elves is the way I really want this green black deck to be built. Do I build all the lists we play? I don't, in fact. Most of the decks that we play here, oh baby. Was that a good one, chat? What do we think of that one? That was probably above average, right? Most of the decks we play here are viewer submitted deck lists. So this deck list that someone paid for me to play, they just asked for me to generically play a green black deck list of my choosing. So I started with one and then we're going to move on to another one. But a lot of them are people submit either archetypes like here or a specific deck list for me to play. And you can find the list of decks that we'll be playing upcoming on this stream on my website. In the old deck queue. Thanks. I enjoy what I do here. This is my favorite green-black configuration. Carnage Tyrants. That's so much ramp. I guess it's good with the Carnage Tyrant. The fourth Tyrant in the board. That's gross. And one of the real upsides to playing Arena versus being locked into a league like we often are on Magic Online is that on Arena, when there's a glaring issue with the deck list, I can fix it in between matches, which is nice. Carnage Tyrant is removal. It removes your opponent. That's a good flowchart if I've ever heard of one. There would not be, Jin. Arena's great. Hold on, I'm gonna Vampiric Tutor here real quick. Good enough. Settle me, baby. I'm in for both of those. So, do I want to stick the Whisper here, or do I want to trophy the Azcanta before they get to flip it over? I kind of want to trophy the Azcanta, I think. Azcanta flips this turn, so they're basically running on E, so I think I wanna leverage that to my advantage. It would be appealing to put the Doom Whisper into play because it represents lethal, but the fact that they get to activate Azcanta likely means they find an answer to my lethal Doom Whisper. So I'd rather just, like, be proactive here, I think. This turn is so good. We get to go Bloodfast, hit Bloodfast, play Jade Light Ranger. We've not played any Muldrotha than Standard yet. So they're not doing anything, so I think I'm just past the point where I want one of those. Boop. Yeah, Flipped Azcanta is just a land just like everything else. Just like any other land. In fact, Azcanta is one of the primary reasons to be playing Field of Ruin in Standard right now, I think. It's one of the biggest payoffs for doing so. I'm gonna hold this elf in case they have a sweeper. Have some amount of power left over. They're at 3, so like even having 1 power left over is like pretty decent. Sweet. Yeah, so I know we won this last game, but again, I don't think I'm a huge fan of how this specific green-black deck is put together. While I am getting the other deck list set up here, I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out today. Welcome. If you're not familiar with me, my name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. I'm here streaming Magic the Gathering 30, 40, 50 hours a week. We play all constructed on this channel. We play a ton of Standard on Magic Arena, and we play a ton of Modern on Magic Online. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their very wonderful support. Past subscribing, you can also support my content by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors here. Harry's Razors would like to help you get that nice close clean shave using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/HoogelShave. You could save 5%. You could save $5 on your trial kit there. I probably shouldn't show while I'm multitasking. Get a little mush mouth. I don't have a script that I read from. Cardsphere.com will have to help you turn some of your physical Magic cards into other cards direct to their players. There's no haggling, and they just take 1% fee off of the top. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own custom artwork to Inked Gaming, or you can select from the wide range of custom artwork they have on their website, such as my wonderful logos and other wonderful pieces of artwork are out there. And of course, I'd like to welcome everyone to Hoaglandia. Welcome to our little slice of the internet. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch, and I appreciate you choosing to spend part of your Tuesday here with us. Let's dive on in to a match with this other green-black build from the Moto PTQ. $3.23, sir. It is very, very cheap. I heard you mention that you like this standard format a bit. Can you explain why? Yeah, actually, I have a tweet that's just like, I could just summarize it really quick. Basically, the reason why this standard format feels really good is there's a couple key reasons. The first is that the threat answer balance is very, very good in this format. The threats are powerful and can close games, but there are a variety of answers and a variety of colors to basically every powerful threat that's seeing play. There aren't Bomac Couriers and Scrap Heap Scroungers and Scarab Gods and Hazards in this format that are obnoxious and oppressive. The second thing is that the current standard format has a really healthy mix of variance-reducing mechanics that are playable in a variety of colors. Explore, Surveil, Jumpstart, all of these mechanics allow you to reduce some of that resource variance that Magic has built into it inherently. Man, double L Vraska Seeker. Vraska Relic Seeker, that's pretty good. Do I have a favorite deck / archetype due to power fun? Yeah, Blue-Black Pirates is my #1 deck in this current format. We actually played it as the first deck list this morning, and you can find it. You'll be able to find that on my YouTube channel and my website later today, jeffhoagland.com. There's a videos link at the top, and there's a page with all my standard decks on that. It's a deck that we've played a couple of times in the past. It's when I'm playing Magic off stream, I'm playing Blue-Black Pirates recently. That's my jam. How far in are we with Black Green? This is, we're about an hour in. I think I'm going to play 2 more matches, depending on how long they take here. Not only are there edict effects and plenty of there's edict effects, there's playable sweepers, and past all of that, there's also like Dire Fleet Poisoner, creatures with Death Touch. There's the blue-black creature with Hexproof and Death Touch. Do you like Blue-Black Pirates because of Flash? Yes. I'm a sucker for a Flash deck. How did Pirates do earlier? It went really well. Thought it was very reasonable. All right, what Planeswalkers do I want to jam? Which of these is better? Is Vivian Reed actually the better Planeswalker in this matchup? I could just like smack them for 5 here too. So I go ahead and build the Blue-Black Pirates deck for you now. Most likely, Denon. I'm going to figure out what the details are over the next month, but the core will be very close to what I'm probably playing in Milwaukee. So, do I want to jam a Walker? So, I actually think I'm supposed to just attack them here. One of the things that's important about playing against the control decks in this format is that I don't think you should play into their counterspells on turn 3 if you can avoid it. Ideally, you want to play into their counterspells on turn 4. And the reason for this important difference is that the card that draws cards in this format costs 4 mana, which means if you play into their counterspell on turn 4, you choose the control opponent to choose between countering your spell and playing their card that draws more cards. See, like here, I've gained some resource efficiency because they just didn't use their mana on the 3rd turn. I didn't use my mana either, but I also have things in play and was able to pressure them. You think you would have just played a naked 2/2 there? I don't know. I think there's enough Niv Mizzets in the main decks of things that I'm okay keeping Chupacabra in my hand. I guess I have Eldest Reborn if they had Crackling Drake or Chupacabra, but yep, there's a Syncopate. I'll go ahead and smack a with Jade Light Ranger. Oh, I guess this kills Niv too. I always forget Vivian is removal because she only kills flying creatures, but yeah, you're super right that Vivian would have done it. I think I agree with your assessment. Hey, thanks for checking out Harry's. I appreciate that. Sorry, the name is really small, but whoever that was, thanks for checking out the sponsor and picking something up. Ryder49, thank you for the brand new tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. As a special, people always ask me if there could be some kind of donation goal to make me shave the beard. As a special promotion with the Harrys, because we're promoting razors with them. If 100 unique people check out Harry's and use the discount code and get your $3 to $5 razor starter kit with them, which is a very good value. If you're a Magic player, you should appreciate the value. I will babyface shave the beard completely off at the start of the next month. Ryder, thanks for gifting the sub to Faithless Looting. I appreciate that. It's very generous of you. Let's pick Vivian back up. As a Magic player, I appreciate not shaving / showering. It's funny because it's sad. Do I just put Choops into play here? I think I just put Choops into play, right? Just like make him have a sweeper. I mean, I have Eldest Reborn and Vivian for Niv. So the problem is if I don't put a creature into play, I don't have them dead through a spot removal. And I think I want them dead through a piece of spot removal. Like, both of these kill that card. Yeah, this is the worry here. So, like, by not playing a must counter threat, I give them a chance to Chemister's Insight and gas up here. And, like, I've been very good about choking their mana on Chemister's Insight. So maybe I should have done that. A land there actually would have been kind of okay, because then they couldn't syncopate me. Yeah, Golgari Vinebroker is very good. I think I just need to jam this. They've hit a critical massive cancel at this point. Yeah, I think not playing a must counter threat last turn was wrong. Oh, if they syncopate, they're dead on board. That's true. Oh yeah, because I was smart and played the Chupacabra last turn. Gosh, Pash Jeff is so smart and thin. God bless him. God bless Pash Jeff. He knew it was up. All right, get some Carney Teas in here. 4 mana, 2/2, Busto. Yep. God bless Pash Jeff. Yep. Present Jeff isn't quite sure what's going on, but Pash Jeff, he knew what was up. I just trim Squires in this matchup. Just like go a little bit bigger. Do you have a merch store or anything like that? I currently have playmats available on my website. If you go to jeffhoagland.com, there's a merchandise link there. We're going to be expanding the merch store at the beginning of next month. So we're going to be adding shirts, coffee mugs, and then token stickers and pins up there soon. I think this is good. A good board plan. Wonder if Deadeye Tracker is worth it here. He exiles their Jumpstart cards. No, I don't think I want to cut elves. I think I want to ramp. The message deleted playmat was very good. Nivik did that up. It's fantastic. Can you explain why you have Ritual of Soot? I mean, we have Find Finality in our main deck. I can't explain the card choices to you. They're not my card choices. This is a card for card a deck list that went 7 and 2 in a Moto PTQ. So, we haven't. I'm gonna keep playing till I miss a land drop. Our hand's very good if we draw lands. I mean, that's like a land that we have to pay mana for. Man, they syncopated my Reaper too, so I can't find it later. I mean, they're not casting a draw 2 here. That's good for us. Oh, I was saying that you made the message deleted play mat that was on the website. Someone commented that it was sweet. And I agree. I concur. Our hand is kind of great, actually, after mulliganing to 4. Oh no, they're gonna kill our elf, chat. Oh, that's so incredibly rude. It is absurd how rude that is, opponent. I said, what? Huh. Alright, I mean, we learned something by playing that game. Weird. Alright, I just shilled, so I'm not gonna do a full shill. But Arena decided to take a nap, so I need to load it back up real quick. So 30 seconds. Here, look at the other sponsor page. You just looked at that one. Do I want Choops in my deck if they're like bringing in this goblin? They have Drakes too. Eldest Reborn gets much worse if they have that stupid goblin. We cut these Bloodfast and bring some Explore creatures back in. Yeah, I think you're right too. If they have like on a little bit more aggressive plan, I'd rather have these. Nah, I don't think Golden Demise is good enough. This is our first match with this specific build of green-black, but we've been playing green-black for the last hour or so. Hey, Sid Conray, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for supporting my content this month with that. It's been really awesome seeing how many new names have been in chat since we started doing Arena. It's really kind of crazy how many people have been brought into the game. They all get to the top eventually, Spurf. No, it's not modern playable. Regular Eternal Witness is almost not modern playable because it's too clunky. And the only reason regular Eternal Witness is modern playable is because it picks back up Collecting Company. Gosh, if they start counterspelling this, like, my hand's got some biggity bombs in it, chat. Some large ladies, some big gals. Fat bottom girls make the rockin' world go round. They're about to rock my opponent's world, chat. About to slam in. Do you usually remember random viewer names? If people chat fairly frequently, a lot of times I'll recall. Or my chat doesn't move quite fast enough to not be able to remember people. Also, like, I usually remember names that are subscribed, because there's fewer of them than total viewers. There's especially been a lot of new subs. Whoa! My thick gal resolved, yeah. Inject the cards right into my veins, Vivian. Inject the cards right into my veins. That is incredibly rude.
I know my
I guess if they tuck her, I then kill Teferi, and then like I play Vraska. Thought you're gonna deal with Miguel's, huh? Also, this is a fun thing to highlight. If I click on my deck, it reminds me that Vivian's second from the top. All known information like this is always visible to you. So like if you scry cards to the bottom, you can like look and see that they're on the bottom. I've got a crown. Do you know my real name? I've got it in an email, Beetle. I'm pretty sure your real name was attached to the email you sent me your picture on. You might need to refresh your page, Sid. Twitch Prime subs count just like the same as 4.99 subs. So I'm gonna play. Yep, completely agree, Alcohol. I'm gonna hold on to this duress for a turn, because this way, if they have two counter spells, I could potentially pressure them off of being able to play both in the turn. So I want to duress plus Vivian in the same turn. Real name is Wannabe Beetle. I actually think ultimating this is worse than making another 2/2 here. So I wanted to rest this turn. Well, they have mono counter spells, so waiting to duress isn't particularly useful. I'm gonna go ahead and Vivian here because this demands a negate, which means they can't Chemister's Insight this turn. Again, just like choosing to pressure their mana, basically. Yes, we theoretically have them dead this turn. We just Vraska ult and then hit them for 2. Bye, friend. Yeah, the Planeswalker build feels much better, believe it or not. I think the Immortal Sun build we started with is just a little bit too cheeky. Let's play one more with this since the first one was not fantastic. We're gonna play one more match with this deck, and then we're gonna shift over. We've got a blue-black Surveil aggressive mid-range deck that we're gonna wrap things up with today. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I feel like black-green is the best deck right now. I would not be surprised if some iteration of black-green is like arguably the most powerful thing to be doing in the format, but I don't know which one. There's a lot of different ways to build this deck. This archetype. There's more aggressive builds, there's more controlling builds. I'm on the draw. I'm going to keep this on the draw because our top card is Land War Elves. The list we're about to play next is very different from the one we've been working on, Matt. It's more aggressive. It plays like the bug card that gets bigger when you surveil. I don't know that I'm a big fan of 4-mana Vraska. The problem with 4-mana Vraska is that she doesn't generate card advantage on her own. Land, please. Well, that could be a land. Please. God bless you, Elvish Visionary. Human Visionary, I appreciate you. What's going on, Techline? Welcome to a live one. Glad to have you here. Yeah, I agree. And like, knowing that a particular archetype is potentially the best archetype in Standard doesn't make the Standard format bad. Good Standard formats have best decks in them. What's important to make a Standard format be good, even when a best deck is known, is how much better that best deck is than everything else, as well as the ability for like random fringe decks to be successful in the format still. Yeah, it's not like Teamer Energy. It's not like It's not like Teamer Energy, and it's not like red-black aggro was, right? Or red-black mid-range. Deal. Green source. Green source. Alright, that'll be useful later. I mean, that's kind of a green source. Do you have a draw 2? They don't have a draw 2. That's good for us. They don't have a way to gas up here. I think I'm actually going to get back Squire and Land War Elves here. I really just want to dig for a land. Man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, Vivian's very, very good. I agree.
This isn't a fight. You know what? I'm not done yet. Time for Plan B.
I'd prefer if the chat didn't devolve into talk about the Todd Stevens incident. He was confirmed let go from SCG and Team BCW, and let's just leave it at that. What do I enjoy playing with today right now? Blue-black tempo, not close. I am a huge sucker for tempo decks. They are my jam. They are my space jam. I love them, and they are fantastic. Maybe these cantrip creatures are better than the elves. I don't actually know how I want to board here. Against Clarion, these are probably better than elves. How close is Blue-Black Tempo to the operative deck? They share a mana base. They don't really overlap spells particularly much, though. Yeah, I think this is fine. So, again, we've talked a lot about how to use your discard spells appropriately in matches like this, and duressing on one is often incorrect in a deck like this, in a matchup like this. They're not a combo deck. We're not trying to take their combo pieces away from them ASAP. These duresses are going to be here for the purpose of... These duresses are going to be here for the purpose of helping our bigger threats resolve. So I will likely play this duress on turn 4 to hopefully help clear a way for Vivian Reed to resolve on turn 5. Whether or not something is worth it to you, it completely depends on the enjoyment you're going to get out of it. Magic and games like it are things you should be playing for fun. And if you would get fun out of playing Arena as opposed to Magic Online, then you should do that. Where can you find the tempo list? You can find it in my Stream Decker page. It'll also be on my YouTube page later today. We actually played it first today. And I played it a couple of times in the past as well. We're just like super dead. Is this a thing now? Are these just like boarding in Legion War Boss against these green-black decks? It seems like a really good plan, right? Because like we have to like pull up, and then like this just like gets underneath what the game plan is. Seems very reasonable. Just like killed my planeswalker too. Yeah, that felt really bad. Yeah, that seems really sweet. Yeah, you've seen that before, right? It's like control decks just like pull into like going lower. Yeah, as far as green black goes, I definitely have no idea what optimal looks like. In my personal opinion, I really like the idea of what Land War Elves and Midnight Reaper kind of allow us to be doing, but I don't know if that's necessarily ideal. From a theory standpoint, I like these two cards in this shell, but there's also been a lot of people that have been being successful with similar shells, similar archetypes that aren't playing those cards as well. Yeah, I've seen History of Benalia coming in some of those decks too. Just like an efficient 3 mana. Yeah, people are right. I could have maybe held out to try and make Finality work. That's definitely a possibility. So like they were gonna get to kill my thing, and they were gonna get to draw what, 4 cards to find a counter spell? But maybe we could have taken a draw at it. I don't know, we're pretty unlikely to win from there. Let's move along to the next one.